nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group.
Oh, and the poll that he's referring to, it's right here, okay? Rasmussen reports, Black Americans only, it's okay to be white. 53% agree, 26 disagree, 21 not sure. So that was what this is about. Okay, that's what triggered this. That's what caused this. Okay? Now, that phrase, it's okay to be white, I don't think, hopefully it doesn't put me in hot water or anything, but I'm just be honest. Like, if you replace the word white with, like, let's say black or Hispanic or Asian, I mean, it'd be like, yeah, that's fine. So the same light, I'd be like, okay, then it'd be fine if it was white. I mean, on the very surface of that phrase, if you take it quite literally, it's okay to be a certain race. Sure, yeah, fine. It's okay to be a certain race. I don't care what race you are. Like be you, man. Just be you. But some people will have a problem with it being like, no, it's loaded. It brings this and that. And, it means other things. Like, I guess it could be depending on the context. But if you take it away from all that, if you just show some random person that phrase, it's okay to be white. Like, is it? Is it okay to be a white person? It's okay. Yeah, it would be okay. It's okay to do that. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, but let's see what Scott Adams says. I don't think it's that, right? I think he says something that really gets him in trouble. We'll see what he says. Let's go and back it up a little bit.
If nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. Okay. And I don't want to have anything to do with them.
Yeah, that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Yeah, that's bad. Not kind of bad. He just said, what, the 26%? Because of the 26% that disagreed with that, all black people are now. I've got to be careful what I say because we clipped out the context. So Scott Adams is saying that all black people are part of a hate group. Is that what he's saying here? That's what he said. He said black people as a group are a hate group. That's what he said. He didn't specify individuals here. I think he does that in a later video. But here what he said was based on this poll, based on less than 50% saying that it's not okay, that the phrase "it's okay to be white" is not okay, that all of a sudden the group of black people, the community, is based on Scott Adams' opinion. Scott Adams is saying that they're now part of a hate group. Yeah, that's an issue. That would be that's a pretty big issue right there. Not a good thing to say, dilbert.
And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
What? Get the hell away from black people? Oh no, dilbert. Oh no. Can't say that. He's going pro segregation. Is that what he's doing?
Away from black people. Just get the fuck away. Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this.
There's no fixing it. We gotta split apart. That's a big issue there.
This can't be fixed. All right, this can't be fixed.
I mean, he's basing this on like less than half of people I guess responding to the poll in a way he didn't like. Okay, and then now he's lumping everyone in the whole community, the whole group, as something that is irredeemable, cannot be fixed, and he has to. He's saying you gotta separate from them. Look, man, there's ignorant-minded idiots in every group. Like, it doesn't matter your skin color. Like, there's idiots within your group. Okay, it doesn't matter. There's people who are motivated by hate, or they're very ignorant on all sorts of things that are just going to, and that ignorance is going to be played out, or it's going to manifest in a way that's going to seem very bigoted and racist. That's going to happen. But you don't be like, okay, I had a bad experience with this one person or that person, and they have the same color of the skin, so that way, and therefore they're all like this. Well, you don't do that. Well, there's no fix inside the problems that be are making the problem worse. Well, yeah, that's true too. I mean, that is true as well. You do have it where it seems like various politicians are fanning the flames of race to keep us divided. We could talk about the healing process and how we can just come together and all that. I mean, that topic has already been done before. But now it just seems like more division. It's weird. There's like the internet world, there's like the Twitter world, and then there's real life, it seems like. And sometimes it emerges, but like my daily life, like I interact with people of various ethnicities. My wife's Hispanic. I have friends that are black. And that's the go-to thing to say, right? Oh, I have black friends. I can't be racist, but I literally have black people that I know that I'm friendly with, and my family's friendly with. Like we don't have any issues. We don't have problems. Like we're not fighting in the street. But you go on Twitter and you see various videos, all sorts of videos, like people just fighting, just over stupid stuff. You see a lot of violence based on or encouraged by ignorance and racism, and I don't know. It's just sad. And then you go on Twitter and you see activists and politicians backing things or saying things that aren't going to make things better. They're just going to make things worse. Bringing up things that are just going to be extremely divisive. And like reparations for one. that thing. Oh man, that topic. There's a difference between racists and white supremacists. Yeah, there's definitely a difference there.
Fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where I have a very low black population, because unfortunately there's a high correlation between the density. And this is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So here I'm just quoting.
Hey, what I'm saying here is safe because if a black man said it.
Don Lemon, when he notes that when he lived in a mostly black neighborhood, there were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees a big difference in your own quality of living based on where you live and who's there.
Well, that part's true. Based on where you live and how dense the population, yeah. I mean, you're going to have issues with that. But you know what Don Lemon didn't say? At least I don't think he said this. I'm not sure. I don't remember everything he says. I don't pay attention like that. I don't think he told black people to get away from white people. Did he? Maybe he did. Maybe he did say that. I don't know. I'm sure he didn't tell white people to get away from black people. I don't think he said that. Even if he did, it would be wrong.
So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore.
Don't even help him anymore. Okay.
It doesn't
Wow.
make sense.
Scott,
It's
what
no
are you
longer
doing?
a rational impulse. And
Man, it's like Scott woke up and was like, you know what? I want to get canceled so hard, I get impelled. I want to feel it.
so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to Black America because it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like I've been doing
Was
it.
Scott Adams actually helpful for Black America? I mean, what is Scott Adams' version of helpful for Black America? Is this helpful for Black America, or a Dilbert cartoon where Dilbert is drinking grape soda, eating watermelon, eating fried chicken, smoking a black and mild, drinking malt liquor? Is that what he considers helpful for the black community? Because I don't know. I don't know anything about what Scott Adams has done for the black community. I'm just curious here. It just seems like, based on what he said, with what happened here, you have a poll where like less than 50% said no, it's not okay to be white, and the next thing you know, he's like all upset about it and wants to just label everyone in the community not just a racist but a hate group. He wants to say that they're all hateful of white people. That's what he's saying here, and because of that, he doesn't want to help them out anymore, as if he's been helping them out. And the question is how. It sounds like you weren't helping them out. It sounds like you didn't really do much. It sounds like you already. I don't see how it'd be like, well, maybe he helped out quite a bit and he's really jaded by this. He was really burned by this. I don't see it that way. I see it more like the guy was closetly kind of thinking, you know what? He was closetly having these thoughts about black people. It's just now coming out. That's what I see in this. And, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who is the hardcore racist. I think at this point, it seems like maybe Scott Adams might be a white supremacist. I don't know. I mean, he's saying white people be white people, isn't he? Loaded? Is it loaded? It's just weird. Like, he says he helps black people, at least he was doing that before, and then based on the poll, the stupid poll, where more than 50% of the black people that responded to it were like, it's okay to be white. He wants to be like, oh, you know what? They're all a hate group now. That doesn't make any sense to me.
All my life, and have been, the only outcome is I get called a racist. That's the only outcome.
The only outcome. Okay,
It makes no sense to help black Americans if you're white. It's over. Don't.
Man, you can help. What are you talking about? I help my friends. I don't care if they're black, Hispanic, Asian, or, whatever. Greek, okay? Or even from Afghanistan or something. I don't care. Like, I'll help them out. If they need help and there's something I could do to help them out, I'll definitely help them out if possible. Okay? All right? It's just a neighborly thing to do. It's something, and I'm not hung up about it. I'm not like, oh, okay.
Don't even think it's worth trying. Totally not trying. And there we go. You didn't expect that today, did you?
No, did not expect that.
But those who don't want to focus on education, you just need to get away from them. Just get as much distance as you can. That's my recommendation. And I'm also really sick of seeing video after video of black Americans beating up non-black citizens.
I mean, those videos do enrage me too. Whenever I see videos of anyone beating up on people, but yeah, there are a lot of videos where they do show people in certain city conditions perpetrating violence towards like Asians or white people or whatever other people. I see that. There's a lot. There is so much going on. Like certain cities, man, and I live in Houston. Houston's kind of like it too. Houston has a lot of murder, a lot of crime. All right, it just doesn't get reported the same. But yeah, man, you get a lot of people who have feel like they don't have much, feel like they have nothing to lose, filled of anger, and there's hate in their heart. They have hate in their heart, and they're ignorant, and they're blaming everyone they see, the system around them, for all their issues. And maybe some of those things are to be blamed, but maybe not. But regardless, you put them all together, you stack them on top of each other. I mean, they're gonna be lashing out. There's gonna be violence. There's gonna be blood in the street. It's crazy, right? But that's why there's a whole bunch of videos like that on Twitter, and they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop anytime soon. My advice would be to get out of the city, just to get away from any of the violence. Really, I mean, just go to a local community. Really, it has nothing to do with the race of the people there. I'm just saying, probably not a safe area. Anyway,
I realize it's anecdotal, and it doesn't give me a full picture of what's happening. But every damn day I look on social media and there's some black person beating the shit out of some white person. I'm kind of over it. I'm over it.
Okay, so he sees the videos of like black individuals committing crime or committing assault and battery on people, and so he's like, you know what? He starts lumping that. What? Okay, he sees a handful of videos. Maybe he sees dozens. Maybe he sees a lot. Okay, you can see a lot. And he maybe looked at the FBI crime stats too. It's like, oh my God. So Scott Adams is thinking black people are just murder machines. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking. So you could tell me that he also helps out with the black community. That's true too. There's something that was clipped out of here that's important, where Scott Adams says he identifies as black. That was clipped out. This was not the good version. I watched another version of this where he says he identifies as black. Scott Adams says he's helpful for the black community, and that he's not going to do it anymore. But at the same token, he says he identifies as black. What? What are you talking about? That's insane. So I don't see how those two things can go if you put them together, paints a picture of Scott Adams actually being someone who was actually aligned himself with the black community and considered himself an ally and was actually there to help them. If anything, it's like he was a closet racist and just saw this as an opportunity to come out of the closet as a hardcore white supremacist dude. I'm not gonna say Nazi, but I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Adams has a hood. Okay, all right. I wouldn't be surprised.